What's up guys, I'm just a gamer and I'm back with another video. So we recently had both the Marathon closed network test and the Arc Raiders alpha test. And just to give context, when it comes to extraction shooters, I am a relative newbie. The only experience I have with extraction shooters besides these two games recently was the original Division. I had heard of Tarkov, of I believe Hunt Showdown, and so I've heard of a few other extraction shooters, but I've never played them. My only real experience with them, actually playing one, was the original Division. So going into both Marathon and Arc Raiders, I was pretty much going in fresh, blind. Like, again, I don't really know how the games worked until I played them. And yes, I'm pretty sure people have already said this, but again, this is coming from my point of view as a complete, honestly, outsider looking into this genre. And I have to say, I had way more of a good time, of a blast, with Arc Raiders than I did with Marathon. Starting with Marathon, booting it up, I actually do like the aesthetic of the game. I think the art style is very unique and it's very intriguing. But for me, I was playing on PS5 Pro, I was playing on console, and I just felt like the game navigating certain UI elements was kind of clunky, and it was more suited for PC, for mouse and keyboard. Just because the way you had to like navigate your backpack, just like to like go, oh, you had to like move the cursor over to the items to then like press the button. It was just a little, felt a little slow and clunky, and I just wasn't a fan of the UI. Well, not the UI, but like just the menu system. It just seemed kind of, I don't know, it was not very intuitive. Like, I didn't get it right away, and that just threw me off. Gameplay wise, the game was good. Gunplay felt solid, felt steady, movement felt good. The only problem I had with movement is the overheat feature, which is basically stamina, and I just felt like it was you would overheat way too fast, way too soon. If they can just tune the overheat system just a tad more, I think it would be a lot better. And then during my play of Marathon, I didn't run into any players. That's mostly my fault, I think, because I was playing very, first timer. I was playing very passively. I wasn't very, I was trying to be methodical, just going through and trying to gather stuff and trying to like, get my resources. But I did run into AI enemies, and we took them down, and they're fine, but I just felt like they weren't all that really engaging. There were a few harder ones that have like shields, but I don't know, they just weren't that fun to fight. I did spot, I think, a high level group of AI enemies, but they were inside this like bubble shield, and the minute we stepped into that shield, we immediately took damage, so we really couldn't engage them. So I'm thinking maybe we're supposed to like find a way to turn off the shield to then engage the higher level enemies in there, but me and the other person I was with couldn't figure it out, so we just like walked by it. But yeah, overall, the AI enemies, I don't know, they just didn't feel all that fun to fight or even go through. And then, yeah, just like, also the map itself, while nice, it just, I don't know, there wasn't anything very exciting about the map, at least the times I played it. Nothing really exciting was all, happened in the maps, which, again, this is a closed beta test. The game is still being made, and they've even said like before that, hey, there's going to be like dynamic events, dynamic stuff happening like weather wise and things like that. So it could just been like the rounds I played just were unlucky, but at that time it's just there was nothing really exciting happening on the map that I could find. But yeah, overall the gameplay was solid. It was serviceable. Again, my only real complaint is when navigating the backpack, it just felt really slow and cumbersome on console. But like when I see other people playing on PC, it was like very quick and snappy, which it's much better, I think, for them. But yeah, just overall, it was gameplay wise, it's fine. And again, my biggest gripe would be just the main menu also as well. It's just, I don't know, it just didn't feel very intuitive. The one thing I did like was the fact that it would auto sell certain items and it would arrange your backpack immediately in certain ways. And then one thing that's different from Arc Raiders to the Marathon is how the backpack system works in general. Because in Marathon, it's there's space in your backpack, and different items, they take up certain amount of spaces. Like, let's say a gun is 4 spaces or 6 spaces, and something else is maybe a shield generator is 2 spaces, and maybe a consumable is 1 space. While in Arc Raiders, its backpack is weight based, so guns, everything is basically just one node, one pip, but there's weight to it. So you could have a bunch of little things, or like just a couple of big things, and it'll affect your weight. And it can be, you can be encumbered, and it'll slow you down with your stamina in there. But I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but I just wanted to point out that difference in like how the backpacks and how they work in each game, and how I think I prefer the way it worked in Arc Raiders than I did in Marathon. Again, that's just me. That's just how I felt. And again, not wanting to skip ahead, want to staying with Marathon. Just to get my final thoughts on Marathon. I think the biggest thing for me was that I just found it kind of boring. Marathon, I played 2 rounds of it, and then I meant to play more. I wanted to play more, but like, I just, like, something else came up and I just didn't have the urge to come back to it. Like, that's the biggest thing I can say is, like, I played 2 rounds and basically had no urge to really jump back into it. Like, I wanted to try it some more, but the urge just wasn't there. Like, it was just, I was like, okay, I played enough. That I cannot say about Arc Raiders. So immediately off the bat, I'll just say I had a blast with Arc Raiders. First and foremost, I felt like the UI was very simple to navigate, very easy to understand. It was gamepad or console friendly. Navigating wise, you can like just quick button presses, got everything unloaded and reloaded really quickly. Like, it was very snappy. And also when it came to looting, same thing. It was only a little cumbersome in 1 or 2 ways, but like much less so than Marathon in my opinion, for me personally. And then obviously, unlike Marathon, this game is third person, and even still the game looked fantastic. I really liked the gunplay. It really reminded me of Battlefront, which I think some of the developers or the people who worked on Arc Raiders are from DICE and worked on Battlefront, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it felt great. And then like, even though unlike you don't have runner abilities like you do in Marathon, the way you can like level up your character, I really enjoyed, like increasing stamina and things like that, which is something I didn't touch on Marathon, because honestly I didn't play enough to really do anything with my character. But with Arc Raiders, I did. I leveled up, just a couple of times. I didn't play too many rounds of Arc Raiders, but what I did is like I just wanted to keep going back into it, and like I wanted to keep playing, and yeah, just like the environment is fantastic, and I like the way you can navigate it. There's grapple hooks, there's zip lines, and then like you yourself can like bring in like your own zip lines to like put, so you can like quickly get up to places or quickly get down. There was just like a lot of ways to get around the environment that was like fun and interesting. And then the AI enemies, the actual arcs, the robots, they're varied and they're terrifying. Like the Rocketeer, like literally a flying arc robot that basically just shoots rockets, is like super terrifying, can knock you down instantly. And like, there are times when you're like, should we engage, should we not? Like, they're actually like scary. Unlike in Marathon, where it was just like, oh, there's a few bots, we can take them out, and it was fine. It was never really a big deal fighting the AI enemies in Marathon. While in Arc Raiders, it was like, You gotta be ready, you gotta be careful. They can sneak up on you. They have face huggers, they have the roly-polies that can do fire, and then well, we even ran into the harvester, like the queen, and she didn't take us down, but like some other players that were we were near her, and trying to do like some stuff to get some loot. And right as we were close to like solving the puzzle we needed to solve to get the loot, we got basically second partied by another team that just took us down. It was hilarious and horrible at the same time. But that's my point. Like, Arc Raiders was fun. It was very dynamic. I had a blast playing it, and it was intuitive and like simple to get into, while Marathon was not. It was very like, again, when I first played Arc Raiders, I also played a bit more passively in the beginning just to get a feel for the game, and yet I felt a lot more things happened in that one round than the 2 rounds I played the entirety of Marathon, and it just felt so much more fun to me. And again, I'm rambling now, I apologize, but yeah, out of these 2 betas and alpha, whatever, I have to give to Arc Raiders. It is just the much more fun game, the much more exciting game to me. And yeah, I just felt like I actually progressed and did, things happened in Arc Raiders and they didn't in Marathon. Even when I went into a match where it's like we just went in and out, didn't engage with nobody, we just eluded our stuff and got out, I felt like more stuff happened and more exciting stuff happened in that short little run than I did in the entirety of Marathon, where the same thing happened, where we just went in, looted, and got out. We didn't engage with anything. It was still more fun in Arc Raiders doing it than it was in Marathon. And I guess that's just the biggest difference for me, is just that Arc Raiders is more fun, it's more engaging. Again, nothing against Marathon, but it's just like, after like 2 matches, I was basically done. I told myself to play more, but I just couldn't find the urge to play more. While Arc Raiders, after just 1 round, I immediately wanted to jump back in. After the 2nd round, I immediately wanted to jump back in. I had the urge to, while with Marathon, I didn't. And yeah, this was super interesting to see this, just because I kind of feel bad for Bungie and Marathon, because they came out thinking, hey, this is going to be a good test, this is going to be good, and then Arc Raider comes right out along near them, and it just totally blows them out of the water, in my opinion. And yeah, how Marathon's going to adapt or change to this is going to be very interesting to see for me. But yeah, again, overall, I have to hand it to Arc Raiders. Is just the much more fun game, and the game I'm actually looking forward to the most between the 2. Honestly, I don't even give a second thought to Marathon, while all my thoughts are on Arc Raiders. But that's just me. But those are my thoughts, that's my opinion. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. I'd appreciate any feedback. Subscribe. I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the moment, since I don't have multi-streaming down. So if you want, you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/justagamerinc, all together in word. And on YouTube, just hit that notification to know when I go live. Have you guys tried the Marathon? Did you try the Marathon beta, and did you try the Arc Raiders alpha? What are your thoughts on the 2 games? Did you like one more than the other? Or, do I have stuff wrong? Am I viewing things wrong? Let me know your thoughts and comments let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Again, school me about other extraction features that maybe I'm missing, or maybe I just didn't get into. Again, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Step me straight. Let me know your guys' thoughts. But regardless, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and have a good game.